You gonna say it or mine?
What are we saying?
Good morning!
It's not what I was gonna say.
Oh.
Do you know what I was gonna say?
No, I don't.
Well, good, because I don't either. So today is the day that Conrad and I, we already stopped at the shop this morning, and the floor it's still slightly tacky, but not a big deal at all. We're gonna get those racks hung, and then we are going to put another coat of paint on the floor, and then we're gonna attempt to see what we can do with that roof today. We had to go to Harbor Freight this morning. I was out of zip ties, and that just can't happen in my world. So we had to get a couple other things too, another roller, and we're gonna knock that out today. And then I go for the Invisalign later too. You guys would already know that if you watched yesterday's video. If you didn't, then, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry.
But I just realized this morning, Conrad, that St. Patty's Day is next week. It is. I'm super excited for that, and I'll tell you why. Everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day, except for St. Patrick. He was Sicilian. My Irish friends absolutely hate when I say that. They'll be okay. But no, I have a friend coming into town, and I'm super excited for that, and I'm going to be non-existent for probably 24 hours. Those who need to know will have my location, know where I'm at, but I'll be about 2 hours or a little more than 2 hours south of here, and we're going to start the day off with a little bit of day drinking. Then we're doing a big dinner, and then I believe we're going bar crawling after that. And I'm super excited. One, because I'll be with awesome people, and two, because there will be one particular person there that I haven't seen, I don't know, since Christmas time. And yeah, good.
He's gonna get himself in trouble.
I'm not gonna. Well, ironically, the one person's gonna be there is the one that extinguishes all my fires. So she's a firefighter.
Yeah.
She's not actually. She's a nurse, but whatever. So,
qualifies as a firefighter.
Yeah, but she's been putting out my fires for 30 years, so 29 years, I don't know, something like that. Whatever. Oh, it's so good, Conrad.
Oh, yeah.
So good. But I got you eating corned beef hash and eggs every morning now, so.
Yep, that you
So,
did.
bam, it's good stuff, man. Especially when the corned beef and the cabbage is boiled in apple juice. Oh, it's amazing. Good stuff. But anyway, so we're almost back to the shop, and we're gonna knock this day out. And we're gonna see what we can't screw up today. So let's begin with the evil shenanigans.
Yes, sir.
Okay, quick little recap for those of you who didn't watch yesterday's video. I'm not showing you too much. You want full detail and you want to see all the funny stuff and the evil little shenanigans, you can go back and watch yesterday's video. But the enclosed trailer's in here. Last week's videos were painting the dually and the open trailer, and all new brakes on the open trailer. So repainted the whole tongue because it was showing some rust and nothing big, just surface rust and mostly chip paint. So we repainted that whole thing. We decided to paint the inside of this entire trailer safety orange, and we painted the floor gray, which needs another coat. And then we painted the ramp safety orange as well. So now when people are coming up behind us and we're on the side of the road mowing, all they see is, I mean, it looks kind of dark in here because we're inside the shop, but when it's outside and the sun's out, all they'll see is bright orange, like massive amounts of it. There's no way that they can miss us now. So anyway, we're gonna start hanging the racks today, get those hung up, and the ones we have anyway, the other ones are on their way. So we'll get that done, and then we will address the roof issue that we have. And let there be light. Did you plug in the light? You plugged in the light. So there we go. Now we have light in there, and we will start getting the racks hung that we do have. It's a little tacky, but it should be okay to walk on. It's not coming off on your hands. Okay, so I can see the holes where the other ones were. I'm going to, that one, I thought I needed them more that way when I put them up last time to avoid that, but turns out I didn't. So we're gonna move them this way a little bit because this blower rack, whenever we swung it open, it would hit this spring, and you'd have to kind of toggle the backpack to get it in, made it a real pain. So we're going to offset. We're going to take the first one, and we're going to put it, you can see the 3 holes from where, there's 6 holes for each one. So it was here, we're just going to move it over to the end more. Okay, so go ahead and pick it up. Pick that sucker up. And we're going to, okay, so I want this, where's that hole at? Okay, come over this way more, right there. So I'm going to run this lower one in. Hey Conrad, you want a kiss? Okay, so those 2 backpack racks are up there. Those will do exactly what we need them to do. I'll hold this. Perfect. Doesn't hit the other one. Get the blower right in there. This one swings out. Doesn't hit that anymore. Perfect for those 2. Now, we need to assemble the 3-piece trimmer rack because that one's never been out of the box. So we'll have to put that together, and then where I have, I don't think the camera's, turn that camera. So where I have the blocks were for the 4-piece trimmer rack. So I still want it up that high. So we're going to need to, we're gonna have to do something else so that I could put the 3-piece, because those ones I think will be like right there. The problem is now that we I said a bad word. now that we painted around that like a bunch of jack wagons, we pull those off there, it's gonna leave clear marks, and we don't have any more orange paint. And I'm not buying orange paint just to do that. So, but we need blocks up here. So we'll figure it out, but we have to assemble the other racks first. So let's do that.
Screw some new blocks in.
So while Conrad here is opening that box of the 3-piece trimmer rack, I'm going to try to find some more screws, and we will show you guys how this thing goes together. I've done videos on all of the Green Touch racks in the past. With this enclosed trailer when I decked this one out, and the open trailer when I did that one initially. And then I've made multiple Green Touch videos updating as I've moved stuff around. But for those of you that haven't seen it and aren't going to go back and watch it and just going to ask me 50 questions on how to assemble it, I'm just going to, we'll film this one and I'll show you. Okay, so it turns out this 3-piece is the camo version as well, like that one backpack holder we just put up. And I forgot that that's what I ordered. I thought it was just the regular style. But yeah, that's the camo set too, so pretty cool. That'll match the other backpack lower rack. Okay, so trimmer racks are super simple on these things. They look difficult, they're really not. Yeah. So all you do is you take these pieces, I don't know, you need to see if I'm in focus there still. So you take, what you do is you take these pieces, they come with that part already on them. So you take that, you put it over like that, and you get your screws on the other side and get them started. Thanks, Conrad. You're a true gentleman.
Yep.
You get those started in there, like so. And then once you get that on there, you just take these mounts here, depending on how close you want it to the wall. So there's 3 holes in there, 3 holes in here, and you bolt that to there, and then you screw that to the wall. And what you want to do is screw your mount to the wall first, because you won't get a screw gun in here. And then once you get the mount screwed to the wall, then you can put your bolt with your nut on it through these to attach it there. If you want it further away from the wall, what you do is you just flip this around, and it has multiple holes there for different widths in and out, and you attach that to that part, and now it puts your mount further, which puts your whole rack further out away from the wall. So depending on how close you want to the wall, you just flip this bracket over. On the bottom ones, super simple. That bracket looks like that. There's holes in the bottom. It comes with all different size bolts. And what you do is you bolt this to the bottom. Well, it'll go on like that. You bolt that to the bottom of that, and then you use that same exact plate again on the wall, like that, or flip it over like that to put you further out. And that's all you do. That's all you do for hardware on these things. They're super simple. The first time I opened a set of these racks, I was like, oh my goodness, here we go. But then once I figured out how to do it, it's insanely simple. And that's all you do. So here's what I have off one of the old racks, just to give you an idea what it's gonna look like. This is what I meant by the bracket that comes out off there, the mounting block that goes around, same thing on the bottom half. So when it goes on here, all you're doing is taking the bolts it comes with and you're bolting it right through there. So it'll go on just like that. So when this is hanging up and it's up on the wall, that's what it'll look like. So when your trimmer goes into there, the head of the trimmer sets right on there. And this piece here, you can adjust it up or down depending on the height you need it. This piece here can adjust all the way in or all the way out depending on your trimmer. So this is what it looks like when it's done. All these pieces you see laying here that I was showing you, once you put them all together, that's what they look like. Fully assembled, and it just bolts right onto the back there with just the 2 bolts it comes with. So we're gonna put it together, and then once we get it up on the wall, we'll show it to you complete, but this is essentially what it all looks like when you bolt all them pieces to it.
Alrighty. He's too busy. We got the green.
Answering subscribity bobbers. I'm answering people commenting on yesterday's video.
We got the green touch
That's
rack
what I do.
assembled and everything. He made me do all the work.
Well, that's what I pay you for.
But now we gotta put the
I do my
fuel
best work.
can
I do my best
holder
work at nighttime. All right. Yeah, so this is a job I think you can handle, Conrad. It comes with these 2-side tape. You peel these off and you stick it in there.
Just
it
like that.
literally fell right in place. I bet you I couldn't do that again if I tried.
Probably not.
All right.
And then it's going there?
Well, the way I had it before is I had all 3 5-gallon can holders and then the 2.5-gallon pre-mix one at the end. So since I thought this box that was over there was a 5-gallon, and I was wrong. This is a 2.5-gallon. So this I actually better call Green Touch and tell them that I screwed up. So, because I told them I need 2 of the 5-gallon and 1 of the 2.5, and I was wrong. You know what? Hold on. Let me just text him right now.
Always making mistakes. Always.
Yeah. Hey, at least I admit my mistakes, which is, listen, there's a lot of things about this fella right here that need to change overall in life. But the big problem between me and other people that I deal with is I can admit my mistakes and I can admit the things I need to change. Everybody else just likes to go, that should be a dance. Okay.
So,
yeah. I need is 3 of the 5-gallon gas cans.
oh, then I gotta clean up his mess that he made on the floor.
I had to drill some holes, but now we got 2 spots there. They're all kinds of screwed up, Conrad.
2.
That you screwed up.
Gotta clean up his mess off the floor so I can paint the floor again.
It's not even the right size. How am I supposed to assemble when I don't have the right size?
Hey, it's back in the toolbox.
Do you remember what it was?
Well, what are the
9 mil? I bet you it was a 9 mil. It was a 9 mil.
this guy?
Good thing you remembered. Good thing you remembered, Conrad. I always forget your name. I don't forget your last name because you're blessed enough to have the same last name as me. All right, so then we got our screws. You run the screws right in the back and it's fucking, I just screwed myself. All right, so take this humdinger right here. Put these screws in, usually get somebody to hold it for you while you start to run it in, but since I have mediocre help at best, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So I'll put that on there. Thanks, Conrad. Good thing you were here.
Yep. Oh, it's my hand.
Yeah, that's all right. They make new ones every day. And put that in there. Lower her down a little more. Now, the first time I did this and I put these racks on here, I was like, there's no way 4 self-tapping screws are going to hold a gas can, especially the 5-gallon ones. I've never had an issue. They were on here, I don't know, a couple years before I took them all off, but never has it ever been an issue. So that folds down, goes in like that, and you can lock it. Nobody can steal your stuff, which I don't think I've ever locked any of my holders. I lock them on the open trailer all the time when I'm in Niagara Falls, because let's just be honest, it's Niagara Falls. But I don't think I've ever locked the ones inside. I do sometimes if I'm gonna just leave the trailer outside overnight, then I'll lock everything inside and put padlocks on the outside, because locks just keep honest people honest. It's just the way it is. It's the world we live in.
Unless you're people like me who forget the gas can on top of the trailer.
Yeah, well, that happened once or 7 times.
It only happened once.
So what we've got here is failure to some of you young kids don't even know what that is. So we have the camo version of the V3 backpack holder. We have the camo version of the 3-piece trimmer racks. We have the original style of the just plain green for that backpack rack. Original style plain green for the 2.5 premix can holder, and the 3 5-gallon holders will all be plain green as well. I don't think I'm going to put any other racks in here as far as any of that stuff goes. I have other racks, different stuff. I have the I believe it's the camo. It might just be the regular plain green version of the hedge trimmer holder. That one's actually getting mounted to the dump trailer. That's what these were all for. The 3-piece trimmer rack, the 2.5-gallon holder, and the trimmer, the hedge trimmer holder. Those were all, I had gotten all those to put on the dump trailer, because when we go to do hedge trimming jobs, stuff like that, those are the things we need on that trailer. So instead of throwing everything in the bed of the truck that's pulling the trailer, that's what it was for. That didn't end up happening. That may happen eventually, but right now I need them here. So
when the time comes.
So we left the shelf the way it was. I mentioned yesterday's video, I was thinking about breaking it in half and doing a left and right over there. I'm gonna leave it. It's been handy having it right here. It's done the job. So we're just gonna put stuff back in here. We always put, in this trailer, we always put regular oil for the mowers in case we need some. We put hydro fluid. A couple quarts of that in here in case we ever need it. We put a bunch of premix in here, and then we usually have like 10 or 15 cans of bee spray in here, which I have a whole bunch, I believe, because that's always a major issue. That's pretty much it. Maybe some miscellaneous stuff. The screw-on grease tube that goes in the end of the hedge trimmers, we might put some of them in there, and then maybe a couple spare heads for the trimmers we've kept in here in the past. But that's pretty much it, and all that stuff will stay in here. Works out nice. And usually what I had this up here for was the comfort trims we wear in the summer over our legs. You guys all know what those are. If you don't, go back and look at them. We usually just hang them from here. This is usually over this way more, and they just hang right from here. But I will find a way to just put it over near the door, or just hang them off where the trimmers are, because that's probably the best place for them to be. So now we're going to blow this out real quick with the Milwaukee handheld battery jobby, and to get the loose crap off the floor from the mess that Connor made over here. And then Connor's going to throw another coat of gray paint on this, and then we're going to leave this for now. There's really nothing we can do until the mellows come in. Oh, I need to...
The roof.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. This is the one I said came loose, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look so healthy up there. So I'll fix this, and Connor, you can get ready to start painting. So I like to spoil Conrad, so I bought him a new paint stick today so he doesn't have to lean over and break his back. Oh. Look at that, extends out, goes to all different levels. How many notches does it have? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it has 7 different settings. And a little push button right there.
You can stand back here and just...
Yeah, that thing extends far. What is it, like 11 foot or something it said it extends to? You can paint that whole ceiling all the way up there. And these are, I think they're 15-foot ceilings. You can extend all the way up, but now he can paint without hurting his back, because I like to spoil him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're spoiled. Spoiled with a paint stick. So we put the 2 backpack racks in there, or the 2 backpacks, the 600 and the 700. Those are our everyday blowers, and then we have the 2 FS 111 RXs. Those are our favorite trimmers. We have a bunch more trimmers over there, but those are our 2 favorites. So we have those on there, and the only other thing going on there is my stick edger, which I have to get back from a buddy of mine. He's had it since last fall, so I have to get that from him. But Conrad's gonna put a second and hopefully final coat on this thing. Yeah, we have a little over half a gallon, well, about a half a gallon left in that paint can. This is the only thing we're using it for, so lay it on there thick. You literally just painted the side of your boot. Yeah, lay it on nice and thick. This trailer can sit in here for the next 2 weeks and dry for all I care, so nice and thick, Conrad, nice and thick.
I'm working on it.
All right.
Why don't you get in here and do it?
Because it's what I'm paying you for, so shut your pie hole. But, you know, you'd have a lot more paint for the floor if you'd stop painting your boots.
I'll paint the wall, too.
You paint the wall, I'm gonna paint it red. Guess where the red's coming from?
My face.
You're exactly right. All right, Conrad and I have to take a break from the shop. I have a friend of mine that she's an administrator for a church, and she needs something hung up in the preschool. And she doesn't have anyone to hang it up for, so we have to go do it. And gotta watch your language, Conrad. We're going into a church.
Yes.
I'm just hoping by taking you in there, the place doesn't start on fire. But we have to go. Did I bring that screw gun?
It's right here.
Okay. I couldn't remember. All right.
Yeah, this is why you keep me around, because I have the brains.
The brains?
Yeah.
Oh man, so you're the brains in this operation?
Yeah.
All right, so we have to go hang this up, so we had to take a break from working on the trailer. And then we'll be back to the trailer after that.
So what do you think of this idea? Putting diamond plate on the front of the trailer.
There's diamond plate already on?
On the inside!
Rain Man. Yeah, that's what we have to do, because some freaking clown keeps backing this into there, and them little roller wheels on the back keep puncturing through the walls over here. So I was thinking about coming up like 3 foot or 4 foot with diamond plate right across the front with a screw it right to the wall. But man, that's big money. It's big money. Diamond plate's expensive. I don't even know. I haven't priced it out in a while, but
You know, I came up with that idea. Sometimes I use my brain when I need to.
you come up with nothing.
Yeah.
Just for the record, if you fall, you're fired before you hit the ground. If you get up and you're not injured, I mean, you're rehired, but that's all fun and games till you come crashing down on that chrome dome of yours.
Chrome dome.
I don't know.
This head's made of steel.
The head's made of steel?
Yeah.
The head's full of jelly beans. They rattle around every time you hit a bump on the mower. Conrad's up there trimming the loose sealer tape that's flipped up and peeling off everywhere so we can redo it.
Yeah, you do something down there instead of making me do all the work. So, I cut off all the loose stuff that was peeling up around the whole trailer, and then wiped it down.
With the greaser.
Yep.
Got it all nice and clean like.
Because he doesn't like being that tall, so I gotta come up here and...
I'm not afraid of falling. It's hitting the ground that I'm not a fan of. I don't like heights.
So I had to bring myself up here. I'm not a fan of heights either, but I don't mind it. And
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
something like that. Imagine leaving a camera up here while you're going down the road.
I have put a camera up there before on a magnet mount, right on the front, on the peak of it, pointing like down toward the truck, and drove down the road like that. For a shot I was trying to get for a video. Because I do crazy things for my subscribers. I aim to please. Unless it's like Ken from KLC or Spanx from Bow Enterprises. I don't really care what those guys like, but the rest of you guys, I aim to please and give you what you need. Unless you get extreme with your requests, then, you know, go find somebody else's channel.
So we did put another coat of gray on the floor. And should be good. and should be good with the painting. Where'd you go? Ready for mowing season now, all right?
I'm ready for mowing season. I'm ready to make stuff happen. To get it going, to get out there, long 10, 12-hour days, making stuff happen, be out there in extreme heat, getting a tan. I love this summer.